Hello everybody and welcome to episode 2 of the UMASS Dynasty. We are now on week 3, or game 2, playing Buffalo this week. They started off 0-1. We started off 1-0 after our win against Northern Illinois. If you missed that episode, go check that out before watching this one. But here we are, ready for game 2. We will check recruiting real quick, just quickly go over that. Quarterback, I'm now leading on, looking to get Eric Covington. He's a scrambler. It'd be fun to be able to scramble around with him next season. I'm now first on a couple of these wide receivers, still second on a lot of them. Started scouting them a lot more. Got this tight end that I'm kind of going for as well. These guards, I'm leading on a couple now. I'm leading on a 66. Yeah, I removed one of the centers. He committed the 62 overall, and then 65, that's kind of a long shot. I don't think I'll get him, so that's why I'm going for this crappy center, because I'm probably going to need to at least get one, even if he's a crappy overall. I picked up this guy because a different guy committed, so I just had to add him to the board to fill it out. The 71, the highest overall, 85%, so he could actually be a 70, but still probably around a 70 overall, which is very good for us. Once you get into the 70s, you're a star on UMass, that's for sure. So we're leading over Maryland, so it's looking like we will get Corey Harrell, so that's good. That's good to look forward to. I picked up a middle linebacker once again to fill out the recruiting board, and then I got these kickers. I removed one because he is all but committed to a different school, so I'm down to 3 kickers. So we're actually leading in the WAC conference. Notre Dame is second. I'm not gonna lie, last episode I think I turned us as being in the Sun Belt, but no, we're in the WAC. I meant the WAC, this fictional conference. Well, it used to not be fictional, but now it's fictional in the game. It was never like this, of course. Like I said, I explained that last episode. But yeah, so we're leading in the WAC conference, and we're actually ahead of Notre Dame, which I don't really know how exactly, but yeah, they're ranked 22 now. BYU is actually 0-1. Then New Mexico State lost. UConn and Army haven't played yet, so 1-0 or 10-0. You know, being first in the conference is better than not being in first, so we'll take it no matter the record, so that's good. So yeah, we'll see if we can keep that number 1 spot here against Buffalo in our second game of the season. Let's head in and find out. Also, our first home game of the season, so we'll go ahead and rock our home uniforms this game, so we'll see what that home atmosphere is like for UMass. And once again, it is raining. This always happens. This happened with my last Dynasty that I keep referencing, but yeah, the first 2 games of that were rainy. The rest of the season was sunny, so I don't know why they love starting off your Dynasties with the rain, but I mean, I don't feel like because if you back out and come back in, you actually can fix it, but it's not that big of a deal. We played really good in the rain last game, so maybe it's good for us, but they're going to kick it off to us, so the Minutemen are going to get the ball first. I actually kind of like this stadium. I didn't know it looked this nice. I looked it up on Google Images to kind of get a feel for it, but Powers is going to return it for us. He's going to get almost down to the 30, past the 25, though, so good return. The Minutemen will take the field. All right, we're going to run our first option of the season. I didn't run any in the first game. We're going to run a speed option. It was lethal for Northern Illinois in the first game. Can it be for us? We're going to pitch it. No! I think I still need a fake pitch. It's L1, right? All right, let's pretend that never happened. Who knows? Maybe I'll just cut that out. But second down and 12. We're going to run a slip screen to Powers, which also did not run great in the first game. We had a couple big ones, though, and this is going to be a pretty big one for about 12 yards or so. And once again, Mr. Injury Prone continues to be Mr. Injury Prone. I don't know how he was before I got here to UMass, but clearly this must not be a new thing, because all he's been doing is getting injured. I think he has as many injuries as he does carries. The play's in now to run the ball here, and it's going to be, I believe, a hold on that run. It will be a hold, so that's going to back us up 10 for second, we'll see a first down, so that's good. All right, we're just going to run it up the gut here to try to get some of that yardage back and maybe take a deep pass on second down, maybe. If we can get a hole, we can bounce it out. Clay brings it back inside. He's going to get a good gain there. So the run game has really been working here so far to start the game. Might as well try to get some more yardage back, and we'll pick up a couple there with Ross. All right, no secrets here. Going empty formation. Trying to pick up this third down. A couple routes over the middle. Got a little bit of pressure. Circle's not really doing much for us. I know no, it's a fumble. Oh, he picked it up, though. I don't know what happened. I pushed Circle to just take a shot down because we had two guys there on the right. I know one was waving his arms, but I pushed circle and he just threw it at the ground. It might have slipped because of the rain, but thank God he recovered the fumble. Saves a disaster there. All right, Buffalo's first drive of the ball game. They almost had it on our 40 just about, but they're going to have it on their own 40. And first and 10, they'll pass it over the middle. Good defense, strips that one out for an incomplete pass. Second and 10 for Buffalo. They hand this one off in a little misdirection. I'm going to miss the tackle, as I always do, but they're going to pick up about 7 on that. Go third and short, and they're going to hurry up. The dreaded hurry up, just as Northern Illinois did last game against us pretty well, although we did end up holding them to 14 points, so I think we ended up winning that battle, but they're going to hand this one up the gut and get the first down. All right, first and 10 for Buffalo now, going jet motion. And they're going to fake the jet, hand it up the gut, and it's going to be a flag, I believe, probably holding. It is holding on Buffalo, so we're going to back them up 10 yards. Here we go, first and long here for Buffalo. They're going to throw it over the middle, goes through the hands of our linebacker, and ultimately be an incompletion. So that'll back them up now to second and long. We're going to drop 4 back into coverage here on second and long. They're going empty, so it's clearly a pass. They're going to fake that, wide open over the middle. They'll make the tackle, though. They'll pick up 11. They'll have third manageable as they go to hurry up. 3rd and 8 here. We got a couple of guys coming off the edge for us, and I believe that's going to be a false start on them. All right, false start, so that'll bring them to 3rd and long now, which is huge. They might try to get some of that yardage back, or they could take a shot. Who knows? They're in the gun. No, they're not going to hand it off. He's going to drop back. Pass down to Flynn, their tight end, and that'll still be a 4th down. All right, they're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Bison are not messing around here. They're going to go for it here on 4th down, 4th and 4. Drops back once again, got the running back blocking, and we're going to get a good stop there on 4th down. And it'll bring us the ball back. A little check down there to the wide receiver, and a good hit by our cornerback jars the ball out. Now, Edwards did have 264 yards in game 1, but the running game has been what's, the shine for us, I think, overall. So we're going to run it on 1st down, but we're only going to get 2. So 2nd and 8, this is when you usually like to take shots. So I'm going empty. I got a deep route, a couple of slants. Not taking that deep route. We're going to take the slant. Not a great throw. That one slipped out of Terry's hands. Terry was throwing pinpoint passes in the first game, even with the rain, but that one off on the slant. That's going to lead to a 3rd and 8. We're going to run some corners here. Terry has got a corner route. I lob pass it, and that's going to give the safety too much time to bat that one down. Probably should have went with the bullet pass on that one, but that's going to be a 3 and out for the Minutemen. We're going to punt it off once again. All right, last game we had a slow start. It was 7-0. We were down. They even, were about to take the lead on us when we got that pick 6, and we know, turnovers are our friend. Usually have to get those to give yourself a chance in the game sometimes. So starting out slow like this, they pick up a 1st down there. Sometimes you just got to get punched in the mouth to be able to respond. So maybe that's the type of team we are. So 1st and 10 for the Bison from their own 40. They're going to hand this one off on a draw. And we're going to make that tackle for just 3 yards for the Bison. They'll hurry up again. 2nd and 7 for the Bison. They got trips right here. Quarterback in the gun. They're going to run a speed option. This is our arch nemesis, but we make that tackle for a loss. Their quarterback doesn't even think about the option. He just takes the TFL. It's going to make it 3rd and 9 for the Bison here. On their own 41. The crowd's getting loud here in Massachusetts. They're going to toss that one wide open, and they're going to catch that to bring it to their own, or to our 31. It's a really good job by the Bison quarterback finding the gap in our coverage. Just a great throw. Throw this one to the sideline on a comeback route, and he gets a foot in. And they're now in our red zone. 1st and 10 for the Bison. They're driving here on us. Can we make a stop? They're going to run another speed option. The last one didn't work, and that one's not working either. It's going to go right past the running back and goes out of bounds for a huge loss. It's going to be 2nd and long. I will say the CPU does do that a lot. They run like stupid pitches with the speed option. That isn't just the rain. That always happens. Because that one's thrown incomplete. Yeah, like I'll face the CPU, and they just like throw it over their heads, and they're lucky that went out of bounds because I've had a lot of fumble recoveries on stupid pitches like that. But here's a 3rd and long for the Bison. Gonna take a shot probably to the end zone, and I went to the wrong receiver. That wasn't my zone. Yeah, that was my fault. I went over the middle to go to that tight end. To be fair, if I didn't go to the tight end, he probably would have threw it. Here, we'll take a look at this one. If you watched the first episode, then you know that I'm a big replay guy. I like to see and look at the mistakes that I made, but here's my thought process so you're not crucifying me too bad. So, I mean, I see 2 routes here. I mean, they're running, I believe, is probably like a 4 verts look. Yeah, this is 4 verts for sure. You have the 3 verts left with the 1 on the right. I mean, we all know the look. And the tight end, I thought he was just going to keep running straight. He made that cut, which, you know, as you can see, my linebacker probably could have kept up with him, especially with the speed. Tight ends aren't that fast. So I should have took the wide receiver here. And, I mean, I shouldn't even have been looking at the tight end. That's not my zone. My zone's the back corner of the end zone. So I should have been looking at this one. That's my fault. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. So, you know, obviously I could just use the D line and be a baby. But, I mean, that's boring. I don't want to use the D-line. I get so bored using the D-line. So, I believe that's the 2nd touchdown that's been given up so far this season. That's literally just on me, not covering my zone. But there'll probably be a lot more where that came from, so just get used to it. But here comes Powers, and it's going to be a holding call. So, we're going to start deep in our own territory. Alright, well, that speed option didn't work great for us, but how about a read option? Obviously, we got to read that D end. If he crashes down, we pull it. Alright. He crashed down, pull it. No! I meant to pull it, but he good step back. I actually did the wrong thing. I handed it off because I was scared. But a good cutback actually ends up getting us 6 yards. So good job by Powers. Just 2 left here in the first quarter. We're down 7. 2nd and 4. A couple out routes wide open over the middle. We got Neal, who I believe had 114 yards receiving last game. Had a big touchdown. I believe that's his first reception of the game. 1st and 10 now for the Minutemen. We're running another slip screen. It worked pretty well last time. There it is. Good blocks, good blocks. He's got a hole. Powers, spin move. He's going to get almost to the 50-yard line. Another big slip screen there for Bruce Powers. 1st and 10 UMass. Look at these blocks. They all do their job. Opens a big hole. Another big spin move gives him about 5 more. I mean, if the slip screen's working, that's when you take shots. Isn't that the saying? I mean, might as well have a little bit of excitement here. Take a couple of risks here. We got Neal wide open, great throw. A Neal over the middle, touchdown, Minutemen. Neal is made for big touchdowns like that, and he's looking to be the #1 receiver once again this ball game, and to be the #1 receiver on this team period. Great route, great throw by Edwards. That Edwards to Neal connection is really showing itself here so far this season. We're going to tie the game up here 7-7 in the first quarter. 1st and 10 for the Bison. Another speed option. We've seen this already a couple times this game. That one's going to be a normal gain, about 4 yards. Shotgun snap. They got a deep route. I got it covered. They got a crosser that we just couldn't cover. 95, our D lineman in coverage is going to catch them all the way at their own 30. I don't know why he was dropped in the coverage. That was the wrong formation, but I don't know. Are we just so bad that we got to have D linemen running routes and dropping into coverage? What is going on? That's back-to-back games that our D linemen have been in spots they really shouldn't have been. But that little check down is going to give them a whole 9 yards as they go deeper into our territory. 2nd and 1 here. They're almost in the red zone. They need 1 more yard. We got a blitzing backer. Little check down, and our D lineman's going to run right past him. It was me using him, but still. We're going to stop him short, though, and they're going to have 3rd and inches. I think I'm going to audible, actually. I'm not going to audible. If they want to run it, we'll leave it up to our D line. They might run out the clock. I believe they will. It's 3rd and inches. 3 seconds. Now they're going to snap it. He's going to run it, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. So they'll have it 1st and 10 from our red zone starting in the 2nd quarter. Here we are in the 2nd quarter, 7-7, all tied up. The Buffalo Bisons looking to take the lead once again. Their quarterback rolls out, and it's a sack for the Minutemen. That one was a boot all the way, and he booted right into our D end, who makes a great sack there. I don't even believe we had a sack in game 1, so that's huge for UMass. Knock them out of field goal range a little bit, or at least make it a harder field goal. 2nd and long here for the Bison. Under center, which leads me to believe they are going to run it. They will. A big hole, and I missed the tackle. I need to just stop using it. I know it's probably frustrating to watch. It's just as frustrating to use her. All right, whatever. 3rd and short. Let's make a play here. Shotgun for the Bison. Looks like they got trips. They got 3 routes to the right. And that one's wide open over the middle for a first down. 1st and goal now. They just keep driving here on us. They got it 1st and goal. Quarterback draw. And we'll drop them down, but I think they got a yard on it. They're going to hurry up once again. 2nd and goal or 2. And I believe that's going to be a false start. That'll knock them out of the 5. That'll back them up to about the 7 for 2nd and goal. That's their 2nd false start of the game. That'll knock them back a little bit, make it a little tougher for them. They'll still hand it off, though. He's got a hole. Big play there by our linebacker to stop him. Now 3rd and short from our 2 once again. This is basically a 2-point conversion on 3rd down. He's going to drop back. We're sending pressure. He's got him open. And the tight end is open for a touchdown. And the Bison will take the lead once again. It just slipped out that tight end. A straight drop back. Nobody went with him. That wasn't my fault that time. But it's a touchdown, Buffalo. They're going to tack on the extra point now to make it 14-7. We got some work to do here in the 2nd. Just a good long drive there for Buffalo. 11 plays, 75 yards. They drove it on us. They drove it on our defense. The quarterback does have a bruised elbow, but he will probably be back by the next drive. That's the thing I will say with Bruce Powers. He doesn't feel like he has a lot of speed, but he can break tackles and stuff. And he's pretty elusive. That's what I like about Clay and Ross is they got some speed. You know, there's some younger backs. They obviously don't get injured as much as Bruce Powers does. But regardless, I will run it here with Powers on 1st down. We'll see if we can pick up anything. We'll bounce to the outside. That D-end was ready for it, so we're going to lose one. Call me stupid, but I'm going to run it again. I want to pick up something so that we can set up the play action. So we're going to run it against 2nd and 11. We have a hole. We're going to get stuck there and only get 3. When in doubt and when you're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, you go 4 verticals. So we'll see if we can beat someone deep. We got a huge gain on this last game. X is wide open, but oh no, another stupid deflection! And they're going to pick it off. I thought it was going to be incomplete, but the deflection, they'll get another stupid interception. This happened last game. That looked like it hit the ground. That one looked like it hit the ground. Review that. I didn't even use my timeout last game. I'm going to challenge this one. I'm throwing the red flag. That looked like it hit the ground. Let's take a peek. See, look, it got deflected. That looked like it hit the ground. The last one, I was like, I thought it hit the ground. I actually cut it out. I said it in the video. I was like, no, I'm going to challenge that. That looked like it hit the ground. That one really did. That touched the grass. Give me a punt. It stands, and I think we got screwed on that one, but back-to-back games, stupid interceptions that we thrown. I mean, it was a bad pass. I understand. I take responsibility of that, but I don't think that was an interception. Their backup quarterback is in. He's going to throw a check down for a 7-yard gain there. Yeah, I honestly probably could have looked at the replay just to look at, you know, who was open, because there was definitely another route open, but I didn't think he was going to cut that hard, so when I threw it, it was just right to the defender, but they're going to throw that one. I thought it was overthrown, but he's got him. Another touchdown Bison there. We're going to go down 2 scores for the first time this season. I actually wasn't panicking too hard on that. I thought he overthrew that, but he actually just got just enough on it. A really good throw, good route. It's not looking good for us here in the first half. All right, the run's clearly not working that well, so we will go with the pass here. We're going to go empty, straight pass. Yeah, wide open over the middle. We got Hunt, and that's going to get us a first down, about a 15-yard gain. And we'll see if this can start a drive here. Some would say that would set up the run. That sets up more pass. I'm going to go play action. Maybe they think we're going to run it. We're not. Edwards is going to roll out. He's got nothing open. I just got rid of it. That was almost bad, but I think that set up the run. I think we'll run it on that. They'll probably predict that, but maybe Powers can still pick up a decent gain. We'll give it to him. Bounce that one outside. Man, there was nothing I could have done on that. I think I would have lost 2 yards either way, but this was the touchdown play, I believe, last time. We can probably look for it again. Oh, no, we're getting chased down, and that's going to be grounding. Oh, no. All right, Buffalo will take it from their own 40. They got their starter back in, and they're going to run a read option. They'll pull it. We'll tackle them for about a 4-yard gain. Handoff for the Bison. That might be a holding call. It will be holding, so that'll back them up about 10. Shotgun as well. They're going to check that one down, and that's going to be a TFL. If not, it's going to be at the line of scrimmage. No gain, though. That's a big play there for UMass. 3rd and long here. If we can get a stop here and go score, it'll make it a lot more reasonable of a second half for us. But that's going to be wide open. I'll just let the CPU handle that. I'm not going to risk missing a tackle. I didn't love that formation, but, man, the hurry up just scrambles your brain. And that's obviously the point, because that did its job that time. It's a stupid formation. Left the route wide open on the sideline, and that'll pick up a 1st down on 3rd and long. That's a shot to the gut there for us. They're going to run another read option. It's a speed option, triple option, if you will. It is a triple option, but we've only given 2 yards. Got a couple of routes and just a check down, man. The checkdowns are killing us. We're getting a lot of the routes covered downfield, but they're just checking it down like Brady on us. Picking up the 1st downs every time. All right, so after the false start, it'll be 1st and 15. I'm going to go man. They might hand this one off, pick up some of the yardage. They will. He's going to break a tackle, but we'll still make the tackle. Just a gain of 4 there, so it'll still be 2nd and long. 2nd and 11 for the Bison. We'll drop back. They got a route deep. At the sideline, he's got a foot in. And that's another 1st down pickup for the Bison. We need a stop here. And at least force a field goal or an interception would be huge. Because if they score here and we go down 3 possessions, that's not going to be a fun second half. They're loading the right side. They might hand it off there on a counter. Nope, they're just going to run a straight QB draw. And we'll make a tackle there. They'll gain 6. Our defense is getting tore up on this drive, just as it did a couple drives ago when they had that long 11-play drive. 2nd and 4, and that's another false start for the Bison. All right, 2nd and 9, 2:03 left to go in the half. 21-7 Buffalo. They're going the I formation. They still dropped back on it last time, but they might run it to the left. They won't. They'll drop back again. They got one over the middle. Oh, off his hands. That would have been a huge interception. I thought we had it. We had it covered. But, man, we drop a much-needed interception. They're 7 for 8. The most efficient an offense has probably ever been against me on 3rd down. They've barely not picked up a 3rd down. They got 3rd and 9 here from our red zone. Drops back. They got him over the middle, but Brick Hands will drop it. And we'll see if they go for it or if they'll take their field goal. They will. Let's see if we can block it and keep it a 2-possession game. It's up, and it is good. So they're going to go up 3 possessions, 24-7. That's still a success, though. They had a good drive on us, but we stop them. We force a field goal. So that makes it, 17 is better than 20. Got to stay positive when you're when you're heading a team like this. But decent return, but it's going to be plagued by a holding call. I'm very tempted to take a deep shot here. But we're just going to, this might be the only run of the whole drive, but I just want to take a run here if we can pick up 5 and just get the ball rolling here. That's the only reason I'm running it here. We got a hole. We can pick up 4. All right, that's solid. You know what? We're actually going to hurry it up on them. Get a score. A field goal's fine. Try to get it back to 2 possessions here for the second half. We got triangle. We got Bass, Cornelius Bass. If we can score here, that'd be huge. They get the ball at half, so that really hurts us. So a score would be very good here. So we're going to run a slip screen under center, which I don't do very often. And it didn't look great. He actually had it covered a bit. I was a little scared that he might pick that off on the slip screen, so I didn't throw it. I probably just should have, but I see triangle, and I almost saw a pick. I'm just going to run it, at least make them use one of their timeouts here. We'll pick up 9. If I play stupid on the first 2 downs, might as well play smart on the last 2 downs. Don't want to make it worse than it has to be. They'll still get it from their own 45 with 2 timeouts. This is where defense wins ball games, right here. You just need a stop, You're going to have to get back-to-back, but one here would at least start it. And they'll get a 9-yard gain there over the middle. They'll use their second timeout. If this was the opener, I'd be panicking. But we've seen what our team can do with that first game, and we've seen what our team can struggle with here in this game. And they had some routes downfield. I was a little nervous they'd take a shot. I think they had one, but they didn't. They take their check down, like they love to do. Honestly, we can afford another field goal. At least, 3 touchdowns will give us the lead, right? We just don't want to give up a stupid touchdown. And they'll take that one to the sideline. And we'll keep them in bounds, so that's good. You got to take your small W's. No matter how small they are, you got to at least celebrate them. So we're going to go cover 4. 30 seconds to go. We just got to survive 30 seconds before the half. They drop back. We got them on the little out route. Second and short here for the Bison. Got this one covered. No, I don't. Oh, a dive. He looked out of bounds. Did he get his elbow down? I don't even need my timeout, but I don't have a challenge. If we can't challenge it, we might as well take a look at it ourselves. So once again, you see me not doing my job. My job is over the middle. And what do? I just get completely turned around. And now that I look at it, I just got completely spin cycled. I mean, look at me just running a circle here in the end zone. Just a good post route by him. And again, really not even a great throw. He had to dive for it, which was the problem. He looked like he was out of bounds. No, he's out of bounds. If it gets out of bounds first, that's not a score. Because if his knee is in and then he goes out of, as long as he keeps control and his knee's in first, that's a touchdown. But it looks like his elbow is down out of bounds first, or the ball. I think it's like, I think his knee actually, I know this is a terrible replay, but I think his knee, you see that right knee? I think that gets down first, and then like his elbow, or it might be simultaneous, which I think results in a touchdown. Because clearly his knee, I think both of his knees, get in the end zone. But then you can see his elbows in the ball. I mean, did the ground help him? I think he survived the ground. So it's a catch because his knees are in. But anyways, you'll also get plenty of analyzation when you watch these NCAA videos. Don't worry, but you will get some ass kickings as well, unfortunately sometimes. So 31-7 now, and they get ball at half. Just absolutely stupendous for the Minutemen. I mean, honestly, if we could hit one of these corner strikes for, a deep enough gain, we can either Hail Mary it, try to maybe get a field goal. We can get a quick game. Oh, no! What is that flag? Is it holding? Man. Alright, well, I don't have to run out this clock. You know what? We're down too much. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and, they didn't hire me to run a halfback dive and run out the half when we're down 31-7. They hired me to at least try to get a touchdown. And the pressure's not even that good. I just waited way too long, man. It was so bad that I get another chance. All right, one more Hail Mary before the end of the half. This is kind of screwing his completion percentage, but we don't do it for the stats. We do it for the win, and he overthrows him. I thought I had him. I did. I think I probably should have bullet passed that, but you usually don't bullet pass a Hail Mary, so that brings us to the end of our terrible first half. We are down 31-7. I just hope the second half can be at least a little bit better than that was. All right, we got a lot of work to do here in the second half. Down 31-7, kicking off to Buffalo here. Check down. He's going to break a tackle, get about a 4-yard gain on that. So they're going to hand it up the gut, break a tackle, and he'll just get the line to gain there. 1st and 10, Bison. Something about these conference games, man, that just makes them tough, makes them grittier. And Buffalo has really came out on the road and just played better, flat out better in this ball game. They get a tackle there, stop him for just a 3-yard gain. This is going to be a big game in the grand scheme of things in this conference. I mean, are we necessarily looking to go out and win the conference first year? Not necessarily. The goal is a bowl game for this first year for sure. But, I mean, if we want a chance to win the conference, this is a game we got to win. As we almost come up with a pick there, but it'll be dropped. But it will force up 3rd down. They are 7-9 on 3rd down, as you can see there on the prompt. Let's see if we can make it 7-10 here. 3rd and 7 in the gun. Drops back. He's got a deep route. He's going to stop on a hitch. Check down, and we're going to tackle him and force a 4th down. That's a huge stop there on the first drive of the second half. Get the ball back and see if we can score. Don't want to run it. I could go audible here. I know we got to air out the ball, but, we can't just go out and throw it and waste a drive. So I'm going to run a counter. If we can get some blocks, we can have a little bit of a hole here and get about 5 or 6 there. It's a good run right there. Might hand it up the gut here on 2nd and 4. See if we can get to the line here. There we go. We got to pull up the middle. We'll be brought down, but not until after making the first down. This is why we have play action for moments like this. You get a couple of good runs, get a first down, and you make them bite on the play action. They won't bite too bad. Circle. Oh, that's a bad option. Thought maybe we could squeeze it in there. It was a dumb pass, but luckily it was incomplete, so we're going to get a chance here on 2nd and 10. That might scare me back into going to the run game. I think I'll just hand it up the gut here on 2nd down, and we'll get a little bit, we'll get about 3 yards there. 0 for 4 on 3rd down. We have not converted yet today. We've only gotten to 4, to be fair. They've gotten to 10. I was going to go slip screen, but I got to pass it past the sticks. I can't throw it short of the sticks here, so, or maybe I can. I can go to the check down, and Clay will get us past the markers, and we'll get a first down. I mean, not a bad day for Terry Edwards, not a good one either, but 7 for 15 for about 150 just here in the 3rd quarter. Got plenty of game left. Come out in the gun here once again. Might have my tight end there, maybe not. We got a wide open hitch route. He's going to drop it. Terry Edwards is not a throw on the run guy. I mean, he can throw some dots in the pocket, but he is not a big scrambler, so we'll go slip screen this time. He's not going to slip out. We're going to end up taking the sack. That is tough. This is an obvious thing, but I learned over time that with slip screens, if it's covered, you for sure have someone beat downfield and you have an open pass, but I didn't recognize it quick enough there, and I end up taking the sack. But we're going to go 4 verticals. We're going to send a ball deep, and I saw it. I waited too long. As I just get ready to wind it up and take a deep shot, I take a sack. Just see, we're going to need to look for a new tackle or something, because you got to hold that block for at least a couple seconds and give us a chance. Just look how open these routes were. I mean, just look downfield, man. Just look downfield. I mean, you got Circle there on the outside. I mean, he's got him beat by a mile and even over the middle. I mean, maybe that safety could catch up to him, but that Circle route over here, which I was trying to go to, was burnt. It was probably even too late. I should have threw it earlier. I should have threw it. So he's in zone here. He just completely comes over here. They're not even in man. This left corner right here is dropping this zone, and this other corner is dropping here in the flats. That's just bad coverage, and we had him deep right here. I just got to be able to throw that. I mean, he had him beat by then, but I had time. To be fair, I wasn't even in my full drop yet. See, I'm not in my drop until here. So, honestly don't even know if I could have got that off because, see, I was trying to get the throw off. You can't even tell. Regardless, though, we are punting it off once again. It's just been a tough game. Their defense has, come up clutch in moments they've needed to, and our defense hasn't. So that's just how it is a lot of times, It's not necessarily their offense is amazing. They have been driving on us, but I think it's mostly our defense not being great. But on the bright side, we did finally convert a 3rd down. So that's somewhat of a plus, I guess. We didn't go 0 for the whole game. They're going to hand that one off, and we'll get a big TFL, though. That might be the one bright spot of our defense, actually, this game. Our D-line's been solid. I can't give them too much praise because their running game's been really good, but I think that goes a lot on our linebackers as well, though. So I don't want to put that all on our D-line. Look at our D. That wasn't even our D-line. I think that was a linebacker. But that might have been a cornerback. I have no idea, I'll be honest. Yeah, that was a blitzing corner. He came off the edge unblocked and got a big TFL right there. So that's back-to-back huge plays. Drop back into cover 2 and hope we don't get burnt. 70% on 3rd down today. Let's see if we can drop that a little bit lower here on 3rd and long. They're going to go deep. He has him beat, and he's got him over the top, and our safeties, just both of them got burned. And that is a gut punch. That's not even, it's indescribable right there, man. You can't have that in these big moments, just getting burnt like that. It's just not something. There's nothing you can even say after that. That's an absolute gut punch. That's almost a knockout, to be honest with you. Getting this late in the game, clock's ticking. I mean, them driving now in the red zone. This is a tough game. It's been a really tough game, and I don't know. It's a wake-up call after that Northern Illinois game for sure. 2nd and 3, they're going to hand that one off, and we'll stop them just short, 3rd and inches. If we can force a field goal, I mean, I said this last time, but I'm sending all my backers, so hopefully we can stop the run if they do run it, which I believe they will. They'll toss it to the left, and we're going to stop them short for a 3-yard loss. Their running back's down. All right, they'll take their field goal there. They will go up 34-7 with a minute and a half left to go in the 3rd. right, we're going to return this one with Powers. See if we can get out for a good return. There we go. Powers is going to bring it all the way out past the 35. And we'll start this drive about the 37-yard line. That is not a bad return. 36-yard return for Powers. And, I mean, if we're going to get a big return, might as well try to, you know, get a big play right after it. I mean, might as well take a shot. What do we have to lose? We might have a step on him. We will. Anderson's going to drop the big gain. He cut way too far across the field. Almost ran like a crosser instead of a vert. And, I mean, it wasn't a great throw, to be fair. That's another thing. Once again, another thing you got to realize, we don't have a lot of arm power on our 60 overall quarterback. He's not going to be able to get out, you know, those verts very far, so I got to throw it earlier, and I'm not used to doing that, so I'm going to have to get used to that if I'm going to, you know, get those big gains in the future. So we get a 7-yard run right there. 3rd and 3, I mean, might as well just run spacing here. Try to pick up a 3rd down. We haven't been the experts at that today, so we'll see if we can just get a little momentum. At least try to make him earn it. And that's a bad throw. He misses. He misses the easy route. Our quarterback, Edwards, will run him down and make that tackle. And they're going to take it in our red zone. And that's the reaction every fan deserves to have after the tough one we've had today. I waited really long on those routes because those routes are usually quick hitters, right? Obviously. But that's actually what I was afraid of doing. I thought that, you know, they were sitting there. I thought, you know, it almost felt like they were lurking. So I didn't throw any of them. And then once I finally get comfortable throwing one, it turns out it's just been a tough one. A big gut punch. I mean, I could just say it over and over again. And there it is. Powers is out again. The rest of this game. Happened the same thing last game. Ended up going out 3 separate times. The last one was for the whole game. They go for a check down there. He's going to juke me. They'll get out for a 3rd and short. We get a big sack right there. I believe that's his 2nd of the ball game. He rolls out there on the boot. And we come up for a big sack right there. He will force yet another field goal. I mean, it's better than a touchdown. Another interception like that at least makes you feel a tiny bit better to know they got 3 instead of 7. But unfortunately, they have 37 total to our 7. So, all right, it will kick it back off to us to start this 4th and final quarter. Down 30 points. Can get another big return from Powers, who's back in the ball game already. Yeah, it said will return soon. For some reason, I thought it said he wouldn't return. It said will return soon. I think back on it, so that was a dumb moment by me. I have plenty of those, but there's a man. I mean, it still wasn't the greatest. I mean, it was gonna be a tough ball to get in there anyways, because that safety was right there, but still not even close to that tight end right there. Yeah, we got him there. That's a good throw. Williams on the sideline, and he will get out almost to the 40-yard line on their side of the field here, and he'll get out of bounds, so we got a little bit of something going here. My problem might be I'm just running the ball too much. Maybe I just need to let Edwards air it out a little bit more. That might be my fault. Better blocking would help as well. I might just try to see if we can burn him on that circle route. Square's got a step at the pylon, and that's going to be overthrown. That time, Edwards had too much arm. Get someone deep here. And we're going to get way too much pressure, man. Way too much pressure. Just no blocks at all. And we'll just try to pick up some of the yardage back on a slip screen. If it's there, we'll throw it. Try to get some of this yardage back. If it's not there, then something's open downfield. See, I kept scooting back to make the screen easier, and that makes a play downfield impossible. And we're gonna punt again. Oh, we stop it! Oh, it's just gonna stop. I dove right over it, but it's harder than it looks to stop the ball there on a punt. But hey, we've had nothing really all game, and to get them stopped here on the 1 is exactly something we needed. I'm not really sending much pressure. I don't want to get burnt down deep. So, but they're going to get a big... We get them on their own 1. And their response is they get a 11-yard run. And I've sent pressure on the goal line before like that, and it seems like the smart thing to do, try to get a safety. But it's like, a lot of the time, sometimes they pass it and they'll burn you. It's not even worth it at this point. Why not just send pressure, I guess. But 1st and 10 for the Bison, now on their own 12. Get a little bit of pressure. They'll check it down. No, Mathis, our D-line, is going to have to run all the way over there. They'll still get the first down, though. Every UMass player and fan is waiting for that clock to hit triple zeros. You already know that for a fact, and you can't even blame them. Oh, man, I tried to jump that. I mean, we need a turnover. We need something to go home and hang our hat on. But he'll make a big gain on that and get out past the 50. Second and long here for the Bison in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off on the counter, and they'll get a good block on me right there, which will result in a huge run for the Bison, getting out almost to the red zone once again. The Bison run game has been unlike any run game I've seen in here in a long time. They hand off to their fullback that time. They've just gotten so comfortable at this point. They said, might as well just give it to the fullback. Under 5.5 to go in the ball game. They hand that one off to the running back, and nothing but green grass. Luckily, our linebacker will run all the way. That was our cornerback, I think. Runs all the way over to make the tackle. Another first down for the Bison. There's just nothing that can be stopped in their offense as they go. A shotgun once again. And they hand it off once again. And they got a lot of green grass, but we'll stop them at the line of scrimmage. They go under center here, and they'll hand it up the gut. And we will stop them at the 1, or maybe the 2. I think the 1. They'll have it 3rd and 1 on the goal line. 3rd and goal here for the Bison. They've done nothing but convert 3rd downs all day, but they're an empty here. We're sending a bit of pressure still. Got some pressure on the quarterback. Let him run it. He's going to run a draw, and we'll get a sack. I don't know if that actually counts as a sack since it was a draw. I believe it doesn't, but either way, it's a stop. They'll put up 40 on us, but it won't be 44. And the kick is up and good. I mean, I don't know how you miss that one unless you're Blair Walsh. Sorry, Vikings fans, but yeah, they're gonna kick it back off to us. 404. It's like us. We've been a 404 error on offense and defense today. I think that's the sign they're trying to give us. And we're going to hold once again on our kick return. They already got the showers running. I think we're just ready to jog in the locker room. Scratch jog in the locker room. We might sprint to the locker room after this performance. Maybe we won't even get a locker room after this game. Maybe they'll just send us just somewhere else. Maybe we'll just go stay at a motel in our home city after this game. I don't know if we even deserve showers after this. Luckily, it's early in the season, though, and we can get these problems ironed out, figured out throughout the season. But performances like this will not get you to a bowl game and certainly won't win you a bowl game. We get our tight end there, though, who's going to get a pretty good gain out for a 1st and 10. 2nd and long here for the Minutemen. We got a little check down open, and like I said, he doesn't throw on the run. It's not that the routes aren't getting open or nothing. I'm just making really bad plays at quarterback. To be fair, I mean, a solid quarterback's obviously going to make that throw on the run, but we are not fortunate enough to have that. And, we got 3rd and long, though, wide open on the little... Our tight end has been a really only bright spot of the game. We just been going back to him, and we get another first down off of him right there. I think the goal is just try to get one more score, head in the locker rooms, 40-14, call it a day, and get ready for next week. Yeah, with this one, you just put it in the rearview mirror, you pretend it never happened, and you just move on with your season. You got to flush it and forget it. That is our goal after this game. Fit that one in there to Hunt, and he's going to drop it. It'll be a 3rd and 1. Painful to play, painful to watch. It's been this game for sure. 3rd and 1, 3rd and short. Big pancake block. Well, I believe that was our center. Play action here, 1st and 10. Got him. Abrams over the middle. And a big hit. Once again, jars the ball loose. I mean, that's just something you can't even control. You find the open route, but they just come up and make a big hit. You got to just tip your cap. Buffalo came to play. I don't know what music they had in their AirPods, their speakers on the bus. I don't know, what they've been eating, but they came out to play in Massachusetts today. It's just the best road performance you could possibly ask for. You just can't ask any more out of your team on the road than what Buffalo has done today. Came into this game thinking it could be a pretty easy conference win, and it's been anything but easy, that's for sure. This will be marked down as a very bad bruise, a bad stain on our finishing final schedule, final record of the season. Don't forget it. Just try to improve from it. 4th and 2, we'll try to pick this up. See if we can keep this going and try to get us a touchdown. Got a couple of slants. We'll roll out, and we will be smoked. Should have got that off in the pocket. Once I rolled out, it was over. Because Edwards cannot roll out. We know that. So, they'll hand it off one more time. We're going to big TFL. How about that? How about a TFL to send her off? How about that? It's something to hang your hat on, you know, might as well. To be honest, that third quarter I was hopeful. So I came in that third quarter and I was thinking we could come back. That whole fourth quarter, I think we were all ready to head back to the showers. So Buffalo's going to celebrate it like it's 1999, even though it was a week 3 casual win. I mean, it's a conference win, but I mean, you're not making a bowl game. All right, I mean, look at there. Look at that. 373 yards, 3 touchdowns from their quarterback. Their fans are going to give him some love, well-deserved, as we hang the heads, head back to the locker room, and try to work out what happened in this game. They improved to 1-1. We go down to 1-1. You know, stuff like that I can't be doing. We can't be busting coverages like that and expect to win games. Final player stats, not a good game. 35% passing from Edwards. A lot of this was just throwing up deep passes and just kind of giving up completely. But 10 for 28, 194 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 picks. Not a good game from our quarterback. And a solid game from Powers. 15 rushes for 68 yards, 4.5 yards a carry, solid. Clay just had whatever. I mean, 4.3 yards per carry, solid. He had a 10-yard run, 3 for 13. And Ross is just 1 for 2. Obviously, the minus 69 is from Edwards just getting sacked. Not a good look either way, though. He ended up getting sacked 4 times, as you can see right here. We ended up sacking their quarterback twice, as you can see over there. Receiving once again by just 1 yard is Ronald Neal, 2 catches for 58 yards. Back-to-back games, he's been the top receiver, most yards. And last game wasn't quite his over 100-yard game, but, I mean, he had a touchdown once again, our only touchdown. Our only score, in fact. Gary Williams had 3 catches for 57 yards. Happy to have him for possibly 1 more year. Probably get another start next year. Maybe we can start using him a lot more after this game. We can see what he can do. You know, we saw what he can do today. Marlon Clay was more active in the passing game. 2 catches for 23 yards. Bass, 1 for 15. Our backup tight end, Ryan Hunt, 1 for 15. Our starting running back, Bruce Powers, had that slip screen for a 26-yard game. Abrams and Cedric Anderson had a drop. Alright guys, that is going to be a wrap on episode 2 of the UMASS Dynasty. It was definitely a struggle. It wasn't the greatest game we've ever played, but hopefully we'll come back stronger and next game and get back over 500. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it all the way to the end, drop a like, subscribe, comment, let me know you made it this far. Thank you so much for being here and watching. I really appreciate it, and have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.